Coming up on The Shield, Valparaiso University and Porter Hospital share their plans with the community.
And a new pastor joins the chapel staff.
Valparaiso University students rolled up their sleeves for the 5th annual VU Day of Caring. I'm Brendan Kinney.
And I'm Justin Thompson-Gee. That story is first here on The Shield. This past weekend, Valparaiso University held their 5th annual VU Day of Caring, in which various organizations volunteered at multiple sites around the city of Valparaiso. This in part was in response to the numerous service hours that students complete at the end of the year. For more on the story, we go to The Shield's Randall Spriggs.
Valparaiso University held its 5th annual VU Day of Caring this weekend in efforts to reach out to the campus community. A few of the many events that took place around campus were Kids Against Hunger, housing opportunities, and just down Campbell Street, the Porter County Special Educational Center. Throughout most of the day, students gathered and volunteered meaningful service hours to complete multiple projects while building a better community. Other off-campus service activities took place at the Valpo YMCA, Valpo Parks Department, Porter County Parks, and many more. Kelly McAmee, Campus Crusade advocate, and her group were on location at the Porter County Special Educational Center, tiling a once concrete playground with safe protective cushioning.
So today we just helped with VU Day of Caring. We came out here to Porter County Educational Services and just helped them to build this playground. We laid tiles and we did mulch work outside of the playground and just helped to get it ready for these kids who can come and play. It's a brand new wheelchair accessible playground, so everyone can come and play on it and have an equal opportunity.
For more information, log on to valpo.com, keyword Day of Caring. For The Shield, I'm Randall Spriggs.
If you missed VU Day of Caring, you can participate in many other campus service jobs.
Valparaiso University has purchased the property that Porter Hospital currently sits on along LaPorte Avenue. This comes as part of a planned expansion of the campus. The announcement was made at a press conference on September 12th. The buildings will be demolished to make room for the campus to expand. As of now, the current parking structure will stay intact. And here's what President Mark Heckler had to say about the expansion.
Valparaiso University has made a commitment to connect and integrate with this community in ways that perhaps we've only begun to explore the surface. And again, this allows us to really engage directly with the main artery into the city and allows us to think about ways in which we can partner with the city to make good use of this land in ways that are going to build relationships between our community and the university.
The official land purchase will happen sometime in late 2012 or early 2013 once the new Porter County Hospital has opened at 49 and 6 north of Valparaiso and the old one is then demolished. In an email, President Heckler encouraged the campus community to participate as the preliminary master plan is revealed the week of September 26th.
Visitors of the Chapel of the Resurrection may have seen a new face. Reverend Charlene Cox joined the chapel staff in July and was installed in late August. Pastor Shar most recently served at Grandview University in Des Moines, Iowa. She has served in higher education for more than a decade and was ordained in the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, or ELCA, in June of 1991. Pastor Shar succeeds the Reverend Darlene Grega, who passed away in April of 2010. Reverend Phyllis Kirsten served as interim pastor during the 2010-2011 academic year. Pastor Shar and husband David, a professional interim pastor, are the parents of 2 daughters.
The victims of the September 11th attacks were remembered across the world and on the campus of Valparaiso University. A ceremony to honor all affected on that day took place outside the Athletic Recreation Center. ROTC members and those of the Valparaiso community joined in prayer, watched the lowering of the flag, and listened to the playing of taps. University Pastor James Wetstein gave the opening prayer while both Army and Air Force ROTC members marched into formation. Attendees placed their hands over their heart in a moment of silence. The ceremony showed that America still remembers and will never forget. 2,977 people lost their lives in the attacks of the World Trade Centers, the Pentagon, and Flight 93.
The 33rd Annual Popcorn Festival was in full swing in downtown Valparaiso. People of all ages came out for some fun.
And what's your favorite part?
The popcorn.
The popcorn?
They popped 340 pounds of popcorn.
Wow.
For the floats.
The festival had all kinds of food, including hot dogs, elephant ears, french fries, and of course popcorn. Entertainment included bands, several vendors, and the annual popcorn parade. The festival was attended by both regulars and people new to the festival. The festival is in honor of Orville Redenbacher, who is a Valpo native.
Flu shots are now available at the health center. The cost for one shot is $20 and no appointment is necessary. The health center advises people to following these precautions to slow the spread of viruses. Make sure to cough in your elbow rather than your hands. Wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. And lastly, avoid prolonged exposure to people who are experiencing an illness. For more information and additional locations to get your flu shot, visit valpo.edu/health.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
And when we come back, we'll have national news and sports and a look at this week's weather.
I'm Albert Hurd, and I'm on VUTV.
We're Bacchus Gamma, and we're on VUTV.
I'm Becky Venema, and I'm on VUTV.
We're the Acapellas. We're on VUTV.
I'm Brandon Spinner, and I'm on VUTV.
And now we have Storm Shield Chief Meteorologist Dan Drew with us. Now, Dan, we shouldn't be experiencing any tornadoes within the next couple of days, right?
I wouldn't worry about any tornadoes. We
Sounds
might have
good.
a little bit of rain to talk about, and you can see that in our weather headlines right now. We have a cold front that's knocking on our doorstep tonight, and we could expect rain tonight into the daytime tomorrow, but that'll start to clear out, and then later on in the week, it's a lot better. And then that's thanks in part to a wonderful high pressure that's going to keep all that bad weather away. And then we could see a possible warm-up into next week. Unfortunately, we can't exactly talk about that because that's even beyond our 5-day forecast. So here's that cold front that I was showing you, and it's going to bring us some rain right now. And then as that moves off to our east for Wednesday, we start to clear out, but we'll stay mostly cloudy throughout the day once that rain does leave. And then by Thursday, look at this. This moves even farther away, and we've got the high pressure that's going to bring us some nice weather. We'll stay pretty cool, though, and that high pressure will stick around at least until the weekend. So for our forecast tonight, we get down to a low of 56 degrees. It'll be mild compared to some of these low temperatures we've experienced over the last couple of weeks, and we'll see some rain into the daytime tomorrow. And as the day progresses, we'll start to see that rain diminish as that cold front passes through. We'll get up to a high of 69 degrees and stay mostly cloudy throughout the day, but then our temperatures will start to drop off a little bit, and you'll see that in the forecast, the 5-day forecast here. But I tell you what, it's a pretty nice forecast. You can't complain with that. High tomorrow is only going to be 69, and then we cool off later into the week, but it gets a lot nicer after that. Into the weekend, we start to see some higher temperatures right around the 70-degree range, and then we could be looking at some even warmer temperatures as we get into the week. Next week, we'll keep you posted on that, guys.
Well, thanks, Dan, and hopefully the snow holds off for at least a couple months. We're hoping.
I think we can manage that for a little while.
All right, appreciate it.
Now we turn it over to Drew Taylor, who joins us from the sports desk. Drew?
For the Shield Sports, I'm Drew Taylor. The Valpo women's soccer team kicked off their conference season with a home game against the Green Bay Phoenix. Valpo started with a bang as Rachel Hoagland found the back of the net in just the second minute of play. From then on, it was all about the defense as the Crusaders held the Phoenix scoreless for 90 minutes on their way to a 1-0 shutout. The Crusaders wrapped up their weekend with a match against Bowling Green. The Brown and Gold dominated early and often. Rachel Hoagland started the scoring with her 5th goal of the season in the 9th minute of play. Luisa Desario, Kelsey Draper, and Katie Graziana added goals of their own to help the Crusaders win by a score of 4-0. Goalkeeper Christian Mansky picks up her 3rd shutout of the year as the Brown and Gold improve to 5-3-1 with the victory. Next up for Valpo will be the Crusader Classic as they are set to face Campbell on Friday, September 23rd at Brown Field. Game set for 7:30. The men's soccer team was also in action this weekend. Friday was a familiar opponent in IUPUI. The Crusaders' defense flexed their muscles early and often, only allowing 7 shots from the Jaguars. Valpo's Eric Nieto would find the back of the net in the 63rd minute as the Brown and Gold would hold on to that lead and win 1-0. The Crusaders would then hit the road for a Sunday afternoon match against Western Michigan. It was back and forth until Shane Lyons for Western Michigan scored in the 31st minute. Valpo spent most of the second half trying to get back into the game until Jason Grant blasted a ball into the top right corner to give the Broncos a 2-0 lead late in the second half. The score would hold up as the Crusaders fell 2-0. With the loss, the team drops to 3-3-1 on the year. The Brown and Gold will open up the Horizon League play on Saturday, the 24th, as they travel to Ohio in a match against Cleveland State. The Valpo football team traveled to Duquesne for the non-conference matchup this weekend. The Dukes got off to a hot start, taking a 28-0 lead at halftime. Valpo did their best to claw their way back in the game as they scored 14 second-half points. However, the attempt came up short as Duquesne's 425 rushing yards helped the Dukes to a 49-14 victory over Valpo. The Crusaders have their bye this week before returning to action on homecoming weekend, October 1st, kickoff scheduled for 1 p.m. The volleyball team came into last weekend looking to continue on their early season success at the DePaul Invitational. The Crusaders took care of DePaul in straight sets on Friday. Valpo would face a tougher test on Saturday, however, as they went up against Kansas. After losing the first set to the Jayhawks, the Crusaders would come storming back to win the second and third sets of the match. Kansas would dominate set 4 and face a tie-break in Game 5. The Jayhawks would carry that momentum into the final set, taking a 10-5 lead out of the gate. They would never look back as they downed the Crusaders in the final set to take the 3-2 victory. After the tough loss, Valpo faced San Diego State later that day and responded in a big way. The Brown and Gold won in straight sets to improve their record to 10-5. Along with the team success has come individual accolades for freshman middle hitter Morgan Bile, who was named the Horizon League Offensive Player of the Week, averaging 3 kills per set over Valpo's 4 matches last week. Looking ahead, the Crusaders will begin a stretch of 10 Horizon League matches as they will travel to Green Bay September 23rd and Loyola on the 24th. For more on these games as well as the rest of Crusader Athletics, log on to valpoathletics.com. That's all from the Shield Sports Desk. I'm Drew Taylor.
Thanks for tuning into The Shield. I'm Brendan Kinney.
To watch VUTV programming on demand, go to youtube.com/ValpoVUTV. For Dan Drew, Drew Taylor, and all of us here at VUTV, have a great night. I'm Justin Thompson-Gee, and thanks for watching.